So now you should have had a lot of training when it comes to dealing with people, multiple people at the same time, while remaining in meditation. Another interaction which poses great difficulty, maybe more than in a group, is one-on-one conversation, where it's only you and one other person. Because in that situation, there is no way for you to escape into the background. Because as soon as you start zoning out or somehow becoming distant, or they experience you as being distant, you know, it will be a little awkward, right? The other person will be like, either not say anything, just be awkward, or they will say like, everything okay? You know, did I say anything? Is something wrong? So you have to, of course it depends who it is. If you're talking to another meditator, and that's a perfect situation, but, well, it's a perfect situation to train to become better, but it's not a perfect situation for this lesson. I want you to meditate while talking to one other person that is not a meditator. And you have to kind of be both centered and aware that you exist and present, which is very good when the other person is speaking. It's harder when you are speaking, because you have to think up things to say. And it's also a little, you know, not dangerous, but difficult, because you tend to, when you meditate and you become silent like this, to go really deep. So you watch really deeply into the eyes of the other person. It's like penetrating through, like the state you have penetrates into them. So it's like you're looking through their mind-identified self and into the being, which is on the same level as you're in. And this might create strange feelings in the other person, and it really depends on what kind of relationship you have with the other person. And so if it's more business conversations with your boss or something like that, try to just be mindful of not looking too long into their eyes too intensely, because even if you do not necessarily experience it as intense because you're just silent, you're just paying attention, and they might become uncomfortable. So make sure, you know, you glide your eyes around the room a little. So pretend you're normal, to say it like that, but remain centered. And you might find that they become silent too. Or they might get, you know, antsy or irritated, or just want to get out of there. It totally depends on who they are. Of course, if it's one of your family members, you might delve completely into their eyes, you know. Again, it depends what kind of relationship you have, but just be mindful that this might rub some people the wrong way. So it's a little about like hiding that you're meditating, hiding that you are actually in a state of peace and acting normal. Like usually I'm not this calm in normal situations, but I'm still peaceful. I'm still in the same state. but I act normal. Not always. Sometimes I'll just sit there. It depends, you know. So again, as with in groups, try to figure out how you yourself work. How do you react to a situation like that? Because it's strange. Because we automatically try to match the other's vibes. And so you need to figure out, okay, what's pulling me out here of the piece? What's happening? How do I remain here and still act normal toward this person? So this person doesn't think I'm weird or think this situation is weird. So this can be a really intense lesson. But if you learn it, it's another check mark and another step closer to being able to live your entire life in silence, contentment. So good luck. We are nearing the end of this entire course. This is very interesting, and I hope you find it valuable. See you in the next video.